Sean, well done. It's been a difficult series of results, but you really clicked into gear tonight. That was a brilliant performance.
Yeah, very rewarding that, not just because of the win and I'm into the next round, but on a personal level to know that the game is still in there. And I stand by my comments in recent weeks. The results I've had up to now this season, bar the run to the semis of the European Masters, I've just run into people playing like superheroes. And it's happened match after match after match. David Lilley played well. Ryan Day beat me off the table. David Gilbert in the Champion of Champs. Elliot Slessor in the UK. I could go on. So it's been a real test of belief and resolve the last few weeks. And that match there was perhaps reward for that.
And it's a funny sport, snooker. We know that it deals in swings and momentum and things. And as you say, now you've translated those performances into a result with the centuries and the way you played. How big could that be? It could change your season, I suppose.
Yeah, the word's momentum, isn't it? And, I've had none up until now. Of course, we're just after the win. It's only really about the W. It's nice to win well. It's nice to win with centuries and playing well. But, of course, I would have accepted a 4-3 on the black because it's only about the win. But, who knows? Maybe that will just turn things a little bit for me. And maybe I'll go on a bit of a run now this side of Christmas or next.
You were just discussing a minute ago about how you've done some research into the regulations for coronavirus in Ireland, and that's changed your practice arrangement. It's been a difficult few months for you in terms of having to stay away from home and quarantine, but this has been a bit of a good change for you. Yeah,
originally, the rules in Ireland were very, very strict. If you return to the Republic of Ireland from England, you're locked in your house. End of story. No matter who you are. But then the regulations recently have changed to allow, broadcasters and sports people and obviously much more important people, they have to go to work. You have to be allowed to work. And that involves me going to my club where I play in Dublin, practicing and in my own room, isolated, but I have to be allowed to go to practice. And that has changed. Now, I can't go to the shops, I can't be seen, taking the kids to the, daycare or collecting them, I can't be out and about, but I have to be allowed to go to work, and that change has been positive. So, when I lost in the UK Champs earlier than I obviously wanted, I just decided to go home, and I had a good week or so, practicing on my own in my good practice facility there, and knew the game was in good shape. But the game's been in good shape all season. As I say, I've just kept running into superheroes.
And it's been a very difficult time, obviously, for everyone with the coronavirus, but how much of a boost has that been, being able to go home and not just do the practice, but also be able to see your family?
Yeah, it's massive. I spent nearly 4 weeks here for that run of events, and it was, soul-destroying, in all honesty. We're very, very lucky as an industry to still be working. I've got a lot of friends who are now unemployed because of the pandemic and the knock-on effects it's had. So, from that perspective, we're all very, very thankful, and I think a lot's been said about that already. But it's a different type of challenge coming here, staying here, not being able to go home, that the legislation being such until very recently that I couldn't go home and actually train. So all of those things have been difficult. Obviously, you're out of the event, you're just back to your room and you're isolating. You've got the anxiety of, will I pass a test, will I not? And all of those other things. It's been very, very difficult, I think, for everyone's mental health. And, I, like everyone else, can't wait for a bit of normality to return.
And for you up next this week, it's Peter Devlin. He's a tour rookie this season, but he's had quite a good impact on the tour. He's had a few good results, and he's a good character away from the table as well. He's got all his rapping and everything. He's been a bit of a breath of fresh air, hasn't he?
Yeah, nice guy, and somebody I know quite well. He came through the juniors and amateurs with my nephew Joshua Cooper and a good friend of his, Josh Tommond, who's been at the shootout before. That they would be quite good mates. So I've actually spent quite a lot of social time, around at my sister's house. They've ended up back there, and we've had, takeaways and all that type of thing. And I actually spent quite a bit of social time with him. So I know him quite well. Nice lad, good player. Really earned his place on the tour, and I think it's been good to see him establish himself, not be frightened of the tour. He's actually embraced it and looks like he's enjoying himself. So, someone not to be taken lightly. I'll prepare as well as I can and give it my best.
It'll be an interesting second round match. Good luck.